I would like to shout out Kevin Smith for sending me this story. And at first glance, you would think I would do a Petty Pendergrass production behind this, but it's actually really no need to, because after fully examining this, is actually, in my opinion, I guess you can say, the balancing of things out. And it also makes me wonder, why is the person even being punished? So in this picture, you see three individuals. On the far left, you see someone by the name of Paul Jenkerson Jr. In the middle, you see a woman by the name of Melissa Ancona. And on the far right, you see someone by the name of Frank Ancona Jr. Now, I think I might have talked about this story when it first went out there 2 years ago. But back in 2017, Paul Jenkerson Jr. and his mother, Melissa Ancona, murdered her husband and his stepson. Murdered her husband and his and you get what I mean. And they both murdered this racist. Now you can see in this picture with him, he has his Klansman's robes on. He used to be a part of the Klan. I think he used to be one of those Imperial Wizards or whatever. But anyway, this guy, Paul Jenkerson Jr., was just sentenced to 59 years in prison for the role he played in the murdering of his stepdad. She was sentenced to life in prison for the role she played in the murdering of her husband. For me, I'm like, look at this as a good thing. It's like I said, it's divine intervention as far as I'm concerned. I mean, they practically killed two birds with one stone. You got rid of a wicked, racist, Caucasoid individual. Okay, I take that back. Just one thing. I think that's probably the best thing they could probably have done. Oh, I take that back. It is two things: white on white crime, and they're not going to mention that. They're not going to put it out there like that. My thing is, why are they making it seem like such a bad thing? The guy used to be in the Klan. I always say this: if anyone could throw that Klan's robe on like that, even back then, and they feel like they've shed that image, it doesn't really ever go away. And looking at this image of him, it looks very recent. It doesn't look like a picture that was probably taken 20 odd years ago. It looks very recent, like it could have been taken in the last few years, in my honest opinion, because it looked like the quality of the picture looks very recent. But it is what it is. It says the stepson of a slain Missouri Ku Klux Klan leader has been sentenced to a total of 59 years in prison for his role in the death. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch reports that Paul Jenkerson Jr. was sentenced Friday. A St. Francois County jury found him guilty in May of involuntary manslaughter, abandonment of a corpse, and other crimes in the fatal 2017 shooting of 51-year-old Frank Ancona Jr. Ancona was Imperial Wizard of the Klan's traditionalist American Knights. So this is reason. He wasn't a former. He was still a part of this organization. It makes you question as to what led this mother son duo to actually take this guy out. Like, what was the motive? Jenkerson's mother, Melissa Ancona, pleaded guilty in April to second-degree murder, admitting that she fatally shot her husband. She was sentenced to life in prison. She initially claimed that Jenkerson shot her husband while he was sleeping. But in her guilty plea, she said Jenkerson had no role in the shooting, though he did help clean up the crime scene and dump the body. He got 59 years just for assisting. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this literally took 3 of them out. You took one out for good and 2 of them off the street because now they're both going behind bars. One for the rest of her life, and this guy for a vast majority of his. By the time he's getting out, he'll be old and decrepit. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And before I even end this off, I meant to say this in the beginning. Doesn't she look like she could be related, or maybe the daughter of Miss Trunchbull from Matilda? She just does. But y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to you in the next one.